Ever wondered how pros spot heat signatures in dead silence and total darkness? Today, we're revealing the best thermal scopes for the money, powerful performance without the crazy price. Welcome back to the channel. Stay with me for honest reviews and real-world value. Grab your favorite picks naturally through the links in the description below. The number 5 product on our list is ATN ThOR-HD thermal scope. Most hunters do not realize how much information they miss at night until the darkness suddenly starts talking back. That moment arrives when heat replaces light and the landscape finally reveals what has been hiding in plain sight. This thermal scope is built for people frustrated by grainy night optics and guesswork once the sun disappears. Instead of chasing moonlight, it reads heat cleanly, turning pitch black fields into clear layered scenes where animals stand out instantly. The image feels smooth and usable rather than overwhelming, helping the eye relax. During long sessions, built-in ballistic tools remove mental math from the shot process and quietly guide impact where it needs to be. A smart range feature shortens the distance between spotting and acting, saving time when movement matters. Zooming feels natural and controlled, keeping awareness intact instead of narrowing vision too aggressively. Recording hunts becomes effortless, letting shooters review decisions later or share moments without extra gear. Compared with basic thermal viewers that only show blobs of heat, this system adds structure and intelligence, though it does require time to learn its features fully. The upside is capability packed into one optic with real field benefits. The downside is extra weight and complexity for minimalists. This scope suits night hunters, land managers, and serious shooters who want thermal performance that feels thoughtfully integrated rather than stripped down. It delivers strong value by combining clarity data and recording in one place. When the night ends, it leaves a lasting impression that darkness no longer limits awareness but sharpens it. At number 4 is AGM Rattler TS25-384 thermal scope. The night changes completely when heat replaces shadow and the field suddenly tells its own story. That shift is what this thermal optic is built to deliver for hunters who are tired of guessing shapes in darkness or losing targets in fog and rain. Instead of fighting conditions, it reads heat with clarity and presents it on a sharp display that stays usable even when weather turns ugly. The thermal resolution feels balanced for real hunting distances, revealing animals clearly without overwhelming the eye. Image processing quietly smooths noise and sharpens edges, which reduces fatigue during long sights. Digital zoom adds reach when needed, while distance measurement helps translate what you see into deliberate action. Color palette options let each shooter tailor the view to personal comfort, making long nights feel less demanding. Battery performance supports extended outings, and the option to connect external power brings peace of mind when time stretches on. Compared to entry-level thermal scopes that show basic heat signatures, this one adds refinement and control, though it does require managing batteries and settings thoughtfully. The upside is reliability across conditions and features that actually support the hunt. The downside is that it is not as lightweight as minimalist monocular style devices. This scope fits night hunters, land managers, and shooters who want thermal capability that feels practical rather than experimental. It delivers strong value by blending clarity, durability, and modern tools, ending each outing with the calm realization that darkness no longer limits awareness, but reshapes it into something useful and precise. The third one on our list is RIX Storm S2 thermal scope. Most people underestimate how much clarity at night can change decision making until the darkness suddenly feels readable instead of intimidating. That shift is exactly where this thermal scope earns attention. Built for shooters who want dependable thermal performance without drowning in complexity, it brings a clean viewing experience that feels immediately usable. The thermal sensor paired with a focused lens delivers a clear image at practical distances, while the base magnification feels balanced for scanning and engagement without constant zooming. Controls are laid out with real field use in mind, making adjustments easy even with gloves when conditions are cold and unforgiving. The OLED display adds depth and contrast that reduce eye strain during long sessions, helping details stand out instead of blending together. Image enhancement technology quietly sharpens what the sensor sees, bridging the gap between entry-level thermals and higher resolution options. Multiple viewing modes let users adapt to terrain and weather, which solves the frustration of washed-out scenes in changing environments. Recording and wireless features add flexibility for reviewing shots or sharing experiences later. Compared to larger thermal scopes packed with heavy housings and advanced ballistic systems, this one stays lighter and more approachable, though it does not offer extreme long-range refinement. The upside is usability and strong value for night hunters and land managers. The downside is fewer advanced range tools for specialized shooters. It suits practical users who want reliable thermal awareness without overthinking gear. Each outing ends with a calmer sense that the night no longer hides movement, but reveals it clearly and consistently. On number 2 is the TheOpticGuru thermal scope. Most shooters never forget the first night they realize darkness has been lying to them the whole time. That moment usually arrives when heat replaces guesswork and the landscape suddenly becomes readable. This thermal scope is built for people who want that moment without stepping into unreachable price territory. Many buyers struggle between cheap units that disappoint and premium optics that feel excessive. This design closes that gap by delivering clear thermal detection in complete darkness, fog, smoke, and heavy cover while keeping things practical. The image feels steady and usable rather than noisy, allowing eyes to relax during longer sessions. A familiar tube-style build keeps mounting simple and balances well on the rifle, giving a sense of normalcy even while using advanced thermal tech. The hardened aluminum housing handles recoil confidently and feels ready for real field use instead of gentle range sessions. Power efficiency quietly works in the background, extending runtime and reducing the anxiety of watching batteries fade mid-outing. Compared with bulky, feature-heavy thermal scopes loaded with menus and distractions, this option stays focused on visibility and ease, though it does not chase extreme long-range refinement. The upside is accessibility and reliability that invite more frequent use. The downside is fewer advanced digital tools for highly technical shooters. This scope fits night hunters, land managers, and practical shooters who want thermal awareness that feels straightforward and dependable. It delivers strong value by prioritizing what matters most, seeing clearly when light is gone. The night no longer feels uncertain, only quieter and far more revealing. Now moving to the last one is AGM Rattler TS19-256 thermal scope. Most hunters never expect the night to feel organized until the first time heat replaces shadow and movement suddenly makes sense. That shift is exactly where this thermal scope finds its strength. Built for shooters who are tired of blurry heat blobs and short-range limitations, it delivers a clean thermal image that stays readable without overwhelming the eye. The sensor resolution feels balanced for real hunting distances, making hogs, coyotes, and predators stand out clearly even in thick darkness. Image processing quietly refines what the detector sees, smoothing noise and sharpening edges so long sessions feel less tiring. The OLED display adds contrast that keeps details visible instead of washed out. Digital zoom provides flexibility when distance changes, while color palette options help adapt to terrain and personal preference. Recording features allow moments to be saved for later review, adding learning value beyond the shot itself. Compared to higher resolution thermal scopes that push cost and complexity upward, this option focuses on practicality and accessibility, though it does not chase extreme long-range detail. The upside is dependable thermal awareness in a compact and rugged build. The downside is limited runtime without external power during extended outings. It suits night hunters, land managers, and practical shooters who want thermal capability that feels intuitive rather than intimidating. By blending durability, clarity, and modern tools into one optic, it delivers meaningful value for its class. When the night ends, it leaves behind a calm realization that darkness no longer hides opportunity, but reveals it clearly and consistently. So guys, that brings us to the end of our video on the best thermal scope for the money you can buy right now. We've carefully covered a range of options designed for different hunting styles, environments, and budgets, so you can choose with confidence and avoid wasting your hard-earned money. All the product links are added in the description below, so take a moment to check them out, compare features, and pick the binocular that truly matches your terrain, game, and personal needs. If this video helped you in any way, whether it saved you time, cleared your confusion, or helped you avoid a bad purchase, please hit the like button. It genuinely motivates us and tells YouTube that honest, no-nonsense gear content matters. And if you're serious about hunting gear and outdoor equipment, make sure to subscribe. We've got more in-depth reviews, real night testing, comparisons, and practical tips coming your way. Thanks for watching, stay safe, happy hunting, and see you in the next one.